All right, so I'm trapping some problem beavers here for the county I live in, and I've been trapping here a few days down the creek just with Connie bears, and I've had no beaver catches. This is my third catch, and right there I see a tail sticking out. It looks like a pretty good sized beaver, because I don't know how many beaver are in here, but since they're leaving my trap totally alone, so I ended up sending a caster mount set there with a drowner with a foothold. So I'm going to take this beaver out of here and I'll show you. All right. That looks like a big beaver. Oh yeah. A huge beaver. Front foot catch was my plan. Yeah, a huge beaver. This is the one we've been waiting for. It's a big female. Big female. Here, I'll give you an idea of the size of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a big beaver tail. Front foot catch, just a perfect catch. So this is my first beaver out of here, and I'm hoping after I caught this big female here, I'm hoping I catch more. So if you're wondering, the perfect classic front foot catch, it's an MB 750. Yeah, I can't get that trap off like that. Oh man. So I got a bit of a chore hauling this thing out of here. I'm sweating already. So I'm gonna take this beaver out. I love the drowning sets. I don't normally use drowning sets unless I have an area like this where I'm setting conifers, but I'm not catching beaver. And usually that tells me there's a big female or a big male there, or both. She's gonna have young. There's gonna be some young kicking around here, so hopefully we catch the young and get the beaver out, because the little bit of water is here. There's a big dam upstream. They're going to take the dam out this fall yet. They wanted the beaver out of here before that, because that dam in spring, this is what you see here, is all going to be underwater, and it's going to flood the farmland. I've seen it many times in this location. So they want the beaver out, and then they're going to clear out the dams end of September. So this is a good start. The big female, if you want to clean out a beaver area, you catch the big female, and you can do some damage. So I love it. All right, guys, gals. I weighed the beaver and took the casters out of the beaver. And you can probably see the casters hanging right, how did I do this? Right there. I weighed the beaver. It was just a hair under 70 pounds. So it was like 69 and a half or something like that. So big beaver. I didn't videotape. My son came here with his buddies. They had just been hunting geese, so we were visiting, and I never did videotape it. You can see the weigh scale still there. All right. So after I caught that big female here, I was just down the creek a little ways, and I caught one of her young, and my foothold is gone here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was another young one. Yep. That's another young beaver right there. So that's 2 young that I took out the day after I caught the big female. Another front foot catch. Perfect scenario, went right to the bottom. You can see front foot catch. That's great. I'm suspecting there's 1, maybe 2 more young in here. And I'm pretty sure the male got shot in spring or in the middle during seeding, because the farmer that was seeding here shot a male in here. So I think it was the male, the big female, and then these young. So I'm guessing there's 1, maybe 2 more young. I'm gonna leave it 1 more check. The next check I come in, I will take all my traps down, because I'm confident enough with the amount of beaver sign there's here that this is it. Many of you might think, might wonder what I do with the beaver when I trap them out of season like this. So there's a handful of guys here in the Mackenzie County. It's a very, very big county, so we have 2 or 3 guys that do animal damage control jobs like this. And obviously we have permits and all the proper licenses for this kind of activity. Now these beaver, you have to remember, all of these beaver that I'm catching, they're all going to die because they're taking the dams out and the creeks are going to freeze right to the bottom. Okay, so they're going to all freeze out. So this is the most humane way to get rid of the problem beaver. You might think, what do I do with the beaver? None of the beavers go to waste. I keep every part of the beaver. Obviously I take the castor out. The pelt is worth nothing, but I still skin the beavers. If they have a really nice pelt, I'll send them away to get tanned. And if not, I use the whole beaver for my winter season. So I use it for martin bait, fisher bait, wolverines. You know, a really good thing to do is you take a beaver pelt, you roll it up, and you let that beaver pelt get some sun here before winter, so it has a nice stink to it, and you take and hang that pelt up in a tree. Just have it rolled up and just flop it over a tree. Long-time trapper told me that trick, and out on your trap line, any wolf that goes by that tree, he's gonna come in and investigate, because it looks like an animal, right? It's got a nice smell to it. So and then the rest of the beaver, like I said, used for bait. So none of the beaver go to waste. Like, they don't rot outside, and I use every part of the beaver. So if you're wondering about that, that's what I do with the beavers that I catch that are out of season. Now it is already mid-September. You really could fool me. It's right now plus 28 outside. It's not ideal trapping conditions, but this had to be done before the end of September. So I mean, once October hits is when the actual season opens. So but yeah, that's so I caught 2 young here. Like I said in the video before, once you get the big female out, the young, that's usually 1 or 2 checks, and you got them all. So I caught 2 of the young, and now I'm gonna go to the other side of the creek. I have to actually drive a couple miles to get to the other side of the creek, and it's the same creek, same quarter section. I also have a couple traps there. There I've caught 4 beavers so far, and I'm gonna do this check, and if I catch 1 or 2 more young here on the next check, then all the traps are coming down, and I'll be pretty confident that that I have them all. Well, I'm back at the set, and like I said in the video before, I took down all my sets because just the beaver sign that's going on. I can see that they have swam here, but I also see my trap is gone. So I don't have my rubber gloves long. I didn't have much faith I'd be catching anything today, but I got something here. Let's see what we got here. I don't think I have anything. Nope. But I have a snap trap. So that tells me there's at least 1 more beaver here. Now that could have been a muskrat. Let me just see here if I can see some signs. I don't see any beaver sign on my caster mound. The caster hasn't been moved. I can still see the caster that I smeared on here. And I saw a muskrat sign over there, but I haven't seen any beaver signs. So I want to guess this is a muskrat that ended up setting off this trap, because the trap was just barely in the water here. Usually if a beaver sets off my trap, the trap is to the bottom and I just barely got them by a toe and out they went. But since the trap, it was just barely in the water here, when I pulled it up I could see the trap right here. So my guess is it was a muskrat, and what I'm gonna do is, you guys probably can't see me here. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take down my sets. I have other obligations that I have to get to, so I don't have time for this beaver trapping anymore. But what I'm gonna do is I've taken down 4 Connie bears right now. There's another one right there. I'm gonna take that one down too. I'm gonna take the traps down on the other side of the creek, and I'll come back here mid-October and I will check this area out. If I see, I know where their house is. I know where they have 2 bank dens that were active, and so I'll come back here in the middle of October. If I see a feed bed or any beaver activity at that time, I will come and take out the rest of these beaver. And in that time, they're going to take out the beaver dam. So the little bit of water that you see here, it's going to go down another 2-3 feet. There's going to be hardly any water here. And the beaver will work extra hard to make the creek deep enough. They actually dig out the creek if they have to. It's amazing. It's amazing. They're an amazing animal. What they'll do is they'll actually dig out their runs so the water will congregate there, and they'll have deep enough water for the winter. I think I have them all, but I mean, I've been wrong before. So I'm going to come back middle of October. If I see beaver activity here, I'll come and trap this area one more time, and it should be pretty easy pickings at that time. So that's my plan. I haven't taken you along with any other, all the other beaver I've caught here. I've caught a lot of beaver here. I've caught a lot of beaver on the other side of the creek. I haven't taken you guys along. It's just, it's so bloody hot. It was so hot outside, and you know, I'm sweating, and I kind of just want to get this done. I just took you along for this one particular set here because I knew, since I didn't catch that any beaver at this area, and I knew they were here because I seen the sign. When I set this foothold on this drowner set, I knew this was my best chance to catch the big female. And once I had her, I knew that the young would come, and I have them. So we'll leave this be for now, and we'll come back later on in the fall, and we'll see what we can see. I hope you guys enjoyed.